it's for yeah. Okay. Alright. Hello hatchlings and welcome to another update video, and you're just like, why is the video quality and the lighting so bad? I'm having to use a really terrible camera that I didn't really want to have to use, but now I have to because my phone doesn't want to work. All that aside though, I want to be able to upload my video, so that's kind of why I'm doing it. Yes, I have pink hair now. I decided to dye my hair pink, because why not? So this is kind of an update. This is kind of me doing my whole 5 months on testosterone video. Yay! Except there's one problem. I'm having to record this in a week in advance. Yes, this is 7 days recorded early, but you will be seeing it on my actual 5 months on testosterone. I don't know if that's cheating, but I kind of have to record this a week in advance because I'm going to be in New South Wales for Christmas visiting family for personal reasons. And it's family and it's Christmas. So yeah, there's that thing. So that is why I'm pre-recording this. So as a disclaimer, this is kind of a week early, but also the way that I do my bi-monthly is by counting every 4 weeks. So every 4-week increments will be counted as my month, and it's every 4 weeks on the Saturday. So, I'm pretty sure it said on the 23rd of December. Let me just quickly get my thing for a sec. Because I'm totally prepared. Yep, 23rd of December is my 5 months on testosterone. And here's the fun part where I tell you all the changes that have happened. The difference was my voice. I definitely noticed that has changed. That is 100% like changed in the fact I notice it because I can no longer sing higher notes without my voice kind of cracking or being very airy or breathy. So I kind of struggle singing higher notes, and doing a side-by-side comparison, my voice sounded a lot more deeper. Even on like 4 months on testosterone, it sounded a lot deeper, so I can only imagine how much deeper my voice has gotten now, because I can notice a deeper difference. And I also kind of pass now. I really hate using that word. I really hate using that word of passing, but unfortunately, society doesn't really view you as a guy unless you pass. It's really effed up. Just saying. Really effed up. So I kind of pass as a guy now. I think my face has kind of changed shape. That's kind of the thing I've noticed. I'm growing the tiniest mustache ever. I shaved it on the 1st of December. And the only thing that's kind of grown in terms of color is my 3 hairs here. And I'm getting some like tufts of hair here. They're just kind of little peach fuzzies. I have longer hair on my chin. The issue there is it has no pigment, so it is completely white, and the same goes for my cheeks. All of it is white, and this makes me sad because I'm 24. I'm not supposed to have a grey beard, but because I am a redhead, I do not hold a lot of the proteins and enzymes to make colored pigment, so even my freckles can often have no pink like pigment and just be bright fluorescent pink because I lack pigment. It's kind of a bit sad, because changing my position. It's sad because the hairs on my chin are so much longer, but you can't see them because they're white. I mean, you can see them, kind of. You gotta put it up against, like, something black to see it, and you're like, oh yeah, you got white hairs. but if you didn't, you can't see it. And that's just, that isn't me taking hormones, that's just my genetics. Thanks, Dad. I'm talking to you, Dad. I know. Thanks for having red hair and giving me red hair and everyone else that you had red hair. Yay. Yeah, so I'm a redhead baby, and I like a lot of pigment, but I'm hoping the further along I get in my transition, I'm hoping that, changing again, I'm hoping that I start to get colored pigment hair, and that it no longer is white, because my mustache is strawberry blonde, so it makes, I don't understand, I have a multicolored beard, it's so weird. I got a strawberry blonde mustache and a white chin and cheeks. And like, my dad said that he has a multicolored beard, like his sideburns are brown, his mustache is blonde, like just blonde, and then everything else is red. And it's the same with my hair, like, I got parts that are red, I got parts that are blonde, I got parts that are white with absolutely no pigment whatsoever. I can't remember the condition that is, but it has no pigment at all, so it's white. Like silver hair. And there's black hairs in my head for some reason. So I just kind of have a variation of colors in my hair. It's the weirdest thing ever, and I have a feeling that's probably what's gonna happen with my beard too. Because genetics, right? Yeah. I have been trying a few different things to grow my beard because of dysphoria, and I don't really want to blame or use dysphoria as like a thing, but I kind of have to, because it's a thing of where I look at my face and I'm like, well, I don't have a beard and I look like a 12-year-old boy and I sound like a 12-year-old boy, especially because of the voice cracks. Yay. And although I pass as a very, very young person, which is a good job that I'm not buying anything that requires me to be 18 and above. But yeah. Like, I don't really buy all that stuff, so, not all the time anyway. And I probably won't for a little while either until I get a beard. So I've been using coconut oil on my face. It kind of has seemed to help. It's helped in like a few different areas. Like my hair grows very slowly, so it's kind of helped speed it up. It hasn't necessarily made it thicker or anything like that. It's just kind of helped it grow. I'm now just started trying biotin to see what happens, because I'm like, hey, I like these enzymes, maybe if I take something, I might grow something. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Any other changes? Muscle changes, I'm not sure if I've really changed muscle-wise. I'm definitely broader. Like, you can tell I'm broader, and you can't, like, I'm flat here. I'm not gonna show anywhere below here. But I'm definitely, like, wider. I used to fit into small, like a men's small, and now I fit into a large, going on extra large. I'm just a very big dude. Like, I'm wide, and I'm tall as well. Where is this spider? Why are you on my bed? Go away. Okay, well, I have a spider on my bed. I don't know. The other thing I can say is my lats are filling out. See, it's a bit more straighter. So that's filling out, and I've gotten hungrier again. It chilled out for a little bit, and now I've gotten hungrier again, and I have a feeling it's to fill out here because it started to fill that out. And because my voice is getting... Don't do this to me, voice. Because my voice has gotten deeper. I have a feeling probably need stuff to kind of help this little thing come through here. I can feel it. If I push on it, it'll make me gag. So we're not going to do that. Let's not vomit on camera. I would like to know. In terms of how I perceive myself, it's a bit up and down. I definitely am a lot more happier and I perceive myself a lot better. But sometimes, you know, dysphoria, anxiety, depression just likes to come in and just kick you in the butt sometimes. So you end up with some days where you're low and you're kind of scrutinizing yourself. So if you're going through this period, even though you're like further along during your transition, don't worry, it's normal and it sucks and you gotta be patient, like you really gotta be patient. Things that I do to help is just constantly keep working. So I am working on 4 albums, so I'm working on 4 separate musical albums, which is this sneak peek on the things I'm working on. So I'm working on 4 separate albums. One of them includes remaking songs from when I was 16. That one is going to be very interesting. Because, oh boy, 16-year-old me sure was a bright and happy and definitely not rude at all person. I've definitely changed, that much I can say. From 16 to 24, I'm definitely different. Woo! In terms of musical ability as well, that's changed too. Probably increased. Definitely not perfect, but I'm definitely a lot better than what I was, so there's that plus. Kind of sad that I can't sing high range songs anymore, but I'm waiting for my voice to kind of chill out, because once it settles down, I'm sure I'll be able to sing those songs again without any problem. I think it's more just because it's going through some changes and it's developing a few things that it just doesn't want to do anything right now, and it sounds like I've gone through a whole bunch of stuff and just like ruined my voice, but that's not what's happening. It's just changing. Everything that's happening is just a lot of changes. The other thing I could note is I'm definitely a lot more hairier. I have a lot more strawberry blonde hairs on my body as opposed to the blonde. And especially like the top of my legs are starting to like darken, like the hairs are starting to darken and become a bit more thicker. So they'll hopefully match the bottom of my legs, which are fantastic. See if we can bring up my leg. Look at this hairy beauty. And this is still the same. I think they've just kind of grown to their length that they're supposed to, because I shaved this side and let it grow out to see if it would get like this would like get longer than this side. They're both the same length, so I think they've kind of reached their limit. Thank you, voice, for keep cracking all the time. You're wonderful. I learned how to control it and which note makes my voice crack as well, but sometimes I reach that high note accidentally and my voice cracks, and that's fun. Oh boy, is that fun. Any other changes? There are other changes, but they're in the realm of I don't really want to talk about that because A, I know who watches my videos, and if you're watching, hi, the stuff that is changing is kind of inappropriate, so leave that out. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that out. There are other guys, trans guys, who talk about this who you can go to if you want that information. I'm just not really comfortable talking about it, and yeah. It's kind of one of those things that is just super uncomfortable. It happens. I don't know, I don't really know if there's been any other changes apart from my hair that I've shaved and dyed a different color, and that I'm kind of growing a beard. I'm definitely going to lose the competition to my cousin. Um, he's gone past puberty now, so I'm just beginning my puberty, and even though it's been 5 months, I can guarantee that I'll still be going through changes and everything after a year. And for a lot of trans guys, changes can still happen 7 to 10 years down the track. So I have a long time for things to actually change, but for 5 months, things are kind of starting to pick up and change. Neck's definitely thicker, but that's kind of all stuff that changed normally. I haven't really noticed anything else, and I can't really, like, see any differences looking side by side. But if I look at differences from me from before I started transitioning, there are differences. So yeah, that was my update for my 5 months on testosterone for the 23rd of December. Yeah, and this is my voice for 5 months. Hurrah! Thank you for watching this update, though. I know it was probably really weird, and it's dark, and it doesn't sound all that great, I'm sure. But thank you for watching, and if you liked it, roll over to the like button and slap the subscribe to become a hatchling, and I'll see you all in a wingspan, and I'll see you next month for another update. Yay, my voice keeps cracking. Bye.